As mentioned again, my name is Zachary Mosley. I go by my last name. I think it's very unique. So in the community, people knows me as Mosley or even Zemo. Born and raised in Abilene, Texas. Went to Abilene High. Played football there. I was a graduate in 2010. We also brought home a state championship to the city. We were number two in the nation. One of my greatest accomplishments, I guess, in terms of a high school career. Um, from then, I always had a passion really much for the community. And so after high school, I went on ahead and went to Angelo State and studied business. First, I originally studied, what did I study first? Communications and sports management. I did want to coach, but then I realized my heart is really about people, about family, and I felt my time would be more benefited if I would be more of a people person as opposed to being all sporty. But I still love sports. So, as far as a career, I've always just wanted to be a business owner and an activist, if you will. And so after Angelo State, I got into operations and I got into sales. From that, I went on to Dallas. I became a dispatch operator for Avid Express. It's a cool gig, but it wasn't necessarily my passion. It was just good experience, good pay, and most importantly, good connections. I was able to connect and meet people out there. But one thing that I did notice is they had an image issue. As you can see, I have locks in my hair. That was one thing that they did not allow. And so for that very reason, I decided to resign and to take my career elsewhere. And so I landed back here in Abilene, Texas. I started serving at Texas Roadhouse. Started getting really good with, my people skills in the kitchen. But one thing I always wanted to pick up was photography. So in the midst of me working at Texas Roadhouse, I bought myself a nice starter up camera, and I started shooting for friends around. And lo and behold, I got a part of this one organization called the Juneteenth Party, and was an official photographer from that point on. That's how I started making my money, my living. And that's kind of where it's been since. And from that, I guess, connection came a lot of more community connections, such as Mr. Tony himself.
Well, Zach, that is so interesting. You're still single, right?
Yes.
Oh man,
Still
my
single.
page is gonna be ringing, man. These young ladies see you.
I definitely love my me time. I love to recharge, refocus. I do plan to be a excellent husband, excellent father someday. But for right now, I'm definitely good with me.
That's great. That's great. That's great. Well, Zach, I sure appreciate the time that you've given me, and I am so honored to see and watch you grow up. And because life is short, and you're making the best of it, I see that. So
Yes,
thank you so much.
absolutely. Anytime, anytime.